Okay, this is the voice of FX Adventure. How do you do, guys? How do you do? Well, I want to welcome you guys back again. This is the New York section for today's price action. And we are jollificating all the way from planet Earth. And of course, today is 28th August of 2026. And this is a Friday. For the guys that are into Forex market, they know that today is the last trading day for this week while we head over to the weekend. And for the guys that are trading the crypto market, never to worry. Of course, the market on crypto trades round the clock, so you still have something to trade with over the weekend. Before we kick off on today's news, information, and sharing knowledge, I call it the KSS side of life, we'll be kicking off with an overview of what we called out in the morning and see what price have done so far and see how we can align ourselves towards what price is doing. In the meantime, if you're coming across this video for the first time, know that we do this live streaming every day. All right, every day for each days in the week. Sorry about that. And if you don't want to miss out in content like this, remember to, of course, follow, like, and share this video for more. Without wasting further time, let's get down to the DM and let's get down to why we're here. In the morning section, remember we pointed out that we saw some nice accumulation. If you want to get more context of what happened in the morning, I will suggest that you pretty much go watch the video that we did on the live streaming section for today's morning. Looking at the price action here, I see a couple of things that I will point out. This is on DXY. The current chart you're seeing on your screen is actually the DXY. And of course, we use the DXY as a level of a level playground where we have an overview of what's happening in the Forex major pairs. What are the Forex major pairs? We're talking about the Euro USD, we're talking about the British Pound USD, we're talking about the Aussie Dollar USD, we're talking about the New Zealand Dollar USD, we're talking about which other major pairs we have out there. Like the ones I mentioned are like the most popular ones, and those are the ones that I would most likely trade, but I largely trade the Euro USD and sometimes the British Pound USD. All right, so that's that about that. All right, so in the morning section we pointed out that there was an accumulation occurring on the Q1 of the day. If you're confused on what I mean by the Q1 of the day, because I'll be using names like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, all right? So I'm going to label them for you, or rather I'll tell you guys what they are. Then from there we can pretty much get down to it. All right, so if you look at the screen right there, you will see a couple of boxes. The blue box is the Q1, the gray box is the Q2, the green box is the Q3, and of course the red box is the Q4. All right, and for the guys that have been in the Forex market, they basically would have an idea of the concept that I'm using to trade. Of course, I use the quarter cycle theory to whom it may concern. Okay, so now here that we say Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, all right, with that understanding, you already know that we are in the Q3 of today. All right, the blue guy is the Q1, of course the gray guy is the Q2, the green guy is the Q3. The red line will still, the red box will still come around, but that will be when we are entering into the Q4 of today. Okay, if you look closely, you'll see that inside of those bigger boxes, there are other smaller boxes inside of it, and if you count the boxes inside of it, it is 4. So it means we divided the whole day into 4, Then in each piece of the quarter that we divided from the day, we then subdivide it also into 4. So we'll call that the internal structure, while we'll call the bigger guy the external structure. All right. And if you guys remember, in the morning section, we pointed out that the Q1 of the day was squeezed, or we can say it was an accumulation, of which we down speculated that since we saw price trading out of the top in the morning, we pointed out that we expect price to then go further down to fill up that accumulation, because of course most times in the financial market, and emphasis on the word I use, financial market, I do not say forex, I mean financial market as a whole, whenever there is an accumulation, usually what you see is a manipulation and then you see a distribution. So we have the idea, nothing is casted on concrete though. What I just told you guys now is just a simple technical understanding or analysis. We predicted in the morning, or rather we didn't predict, we speculated in the morning at the time price was trading out of the Q1 at the top. We speculated that price would eventually reverse back down to fill up that accumulator. And as you may have it, if you look closely, in the morning, that was when price came all the way there, and you see they tried going back into it, but for some reason there was some resistance that occurred that threw price back above. Okay, and of course if we enter that trade, it would have been a loss. I actually took the trade and I lost on that one. Okay, and that brought about some liquidity build up, and you can see pretty much now immediately at the start of the Q3 of the day, market started plunging back down to meet that same level again. But that was that in the morning section. All right, the good thing is that we got stopped out because we've already planned of it. So when I say stopped out, means we've already apportioned a stop loss for it, and of course the stop loss did its work by stopping us out. All right, extremely important that we know that. All right, so now coming into today's afternoon section, I call it the Q3 of the day. It's kind of a slow starter. You can see that the internal structure of the Q3 of the day is actually an expansion. So we are speculating that this Q2 might end up being an accumulation that might occur here. Then we will see something else happening in the market. All right, let's go over to US oil. On US oil, very, very dicey one here. I wouldn't want to trade this guy. I would want to see what price is going to do further on that particular guy there before we can decide on what we want to do there. Coming here on the Euro USD, of course, if you guys have been joining my channel, you will know for sure that I've been advocating, or rather I've been preaching the whole concept of currency correlation. If you understand currency correlation, you understand the reason why I won't even spend much time looking at what price is doing here, because I know if I can just apply the opposite of what I see on DXY, I would have an idea or have a clue of what's happening in the measure pairs. And like I mentioned, the measure pairs are the likes of Euro USD, British Pound USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD. And of course you can see when we were on the DXY, which is currently what you're seeing now, you can see that pretty much seems like everything is pointing on the downward move. If you come on the Euro USD, you can see everything seems like it's pointing on the upward move. and I will not be surprised if it's the same thing with British pound, and I will not also be surprised if it's the same thing with Aussie dollar. All right, so but for now everything is still playing alongside DXY. So just by the understanding of DXY, I won't waste further time trying to look deeper into what's going on in British pound or Euro USD, pretty much. All right, driving down to USD Swiss franc, a very nice downtrend. I was opportune to have another entry on Canadian dollar Swiss franc, which is this guy. But right now, ooh, what is going on here? I think I might want to take another Canadian dollar Swiss francs. I would like to take another trade on that. I just saw something quite catchy and I'll take it. I hope I'm not late to it. Of course, I'm not late to it. I'm just going to risk a tiny bit on that guy there. Okay, we'll just keep it somewhere around here. I'll make it, bring it up a little bit to, yeah, sell. Okay, you can even see I took some partials on the initial guy there. Yeah, so that's the guy there, but that's by the way. All right, so I took another entry here on Canadian dollar Swiss franc. It's a very dicey one. Okay, it's a very dicey one. But I'm risking an 8 on that one. Hopefully it works out. On this guy, I think I will move this guy's stop loss down here also, so that I can, safeguard myself some stress of losing. Nobody wants to lose it, trust me. All right, so I would bring this closer, stay there. Of course, I'm going to pull up my drawing again, and the reason why I took this is because I can see it's a little bit an offshoot from my ideal setup, but it's still a very nice one, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason is this. I'm using the internal structure to enter this particular trade now, and I'm still using the internal structure to manage it. Okay, so internal structure is what I'm using as the entry, and at the same time I'm using the internal structure as the stop loss, so that I don't incur a whole lot of loss on that particular guy. Okay, give me a minute, let me just pull up my my TP here completely, so that I'm sure I have it all covered. All right, like I said, it's not the best entry, but I think I can take that risk. Okay, well, like I said, it's not the best setup. If I'm being honest with myself, the reason being that if I'm working with the external structure, it's a little bit very close to the low of the external structure. So there is a lot of pressure that might be on the buy side under there. But why I entered that is because of this simple move here. All right, so the Q1 of the Q3 of the day kind of gave me an accumulation move there, and of course I am speculating that we've already manipulated out of it here, tapped into the 100 exponential moving average, got rejected. Of course, price pulled us all the way back down below the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is there, but I don't think you can see it clearly, so I'm going to make it a different color, maybe increase the thickness so that is visible for you guys. So that's the 9 EMA there, the orange line there, that's the 9 EMA. But you can see that, like I said, it was a very wrong decision to make. So I'm going to take a loss on that. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that, but you never know. You never know. You never know. All right, so just for the hell of it, I took that guy, but like I said, it's not the best setup. From the look of things, it's going to stop me out, obviously. So, but let's look for the guys that are high quality setup. That's if there is any. Here is on gold. We speculated a couple of things on gold. You can see even the drawings we had in the morning was still there. All right, you can see this arrow here was the arrow I used in pinpointing the Q1 of the day. This arrow here was the arrow I used to pinpoint the accumulation that happened. This arrow here is the arrow I used to show the manipulation. And of course, this arrow here was when I said that after that manipulation, we will distribute. And at the time I was making this analysis, the price has not yet done all of this. So you can go to the morning live streaming video and of course have a view for yourself. Now I've been stopped out. It was a very wrong move there. I knew it was a wrong move and I don't know why I jumped on it, but well, that's part of it. Okay, let's just scan through what we have here. Like I said, this wasn't a very good move. I shouldn't have made that move. It was very, very silly of me, but I just wanted to gamble on that one, which is not the right thing, guys. Please, that's a very wrong thing I did there, and of course I got punished for it. All right, so going through the items we have here on our favorite list, nothing good is happening. Everything is just okay. UX30 is looking like something quite interesting. I'll keep a close eye on it. I'll pull it at the top. Come to the top. Alright, so I'll keep it at the top because, of course, if I see any guy that is looking juicy, we'll take it to the top. S&P 500 is about looking juicy. I'll just keep it just slightly below. I'll keep it below the UX30. All right. JP, not yet. It's still cooking. This guy. USD JPY still cooking though, but looking quite interesting, but still cooking. We'll just bring it a little bit up. All right, keep it at the back of UX 500. Let's go over it. On the BTC standpoint, of course, very nice accumulation. In the money section, we speculated that the London section will be an accumulation, which we are not wrong. As you can see, it accumulated. Of course, there is already a manipulation down. The distribution is coming in, but I would like to see the best place I can participate on it. So we'll see what price is going to do in this Q2 of the Q3 of the day. That will be the deciding factor for me on BTC. But generally, the external structure on BTC is looking okay. So I'm going to move it up below the UX30. All right. Did we look at silver? Nothing good is happening there. HK50, nothing good is happening there. D30, not exciting. Aussie dollar JPY, not interested. Aussie dollar USD, coming to a very nice place where we might want to take it, but I would like them to take out the bottom liquidity there before we make any decision. Need the last switch back. On the other hand, is looking good. Everything is aligning okay. So for me, New Zealand come up a little bit and stay at the top, maybe below BTC. All right, still on the matter. Gold, not interested. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, as you guys can see, this is the guy we took a trade on. As you guys can see, the sell pressure is still coming in, but I'm not interested again to see whatever they have for me there. This guy also not interested. British pound USD, I don't know what's your plan, but it's still cooking, not yet ready to be served. Euro USD, same thing, still cooking, not yet to be served. US oil, we already gave up on that guy. USD JPY, still cooking, not yet ready to be served. That's the UX 500, successfully took out the top. Okay, that's good. It's for us to see a reversal down. If we see a reversal down aggressively or non-aggressively, that will be good. All right, so S&P 500 is still cooking. So we wait patiently until the food is ready. That's when we can attack. New Zealand dollar, of course, is still cooking. BTC is still cooking. UX30, on the other hand, has finally completed its chow. So let's try US30. US30, I'm going for a buy. Hopefully don't move before I buy. Just delay a little bit there. Delay just slightly a little bit. Pull. Oh, come on now. Don't move like that. Come on. I don't want to enter there. I want you to give me a slight pullback into that gap, or at least stay at that top there. Maybe I could just. Oh man, please no. Come on. Okay, let me just do a pending buy here. I'll keep a pending buy there. Buy pending. Come on now. Yeah, this is more like it. So I placed a pending order on UX30 at the tip there. I just don't want to jump on it where it is now, because for me every peep counts. I think there might still be a small pullback in before they drive up, and of course the liquidity they are chasing back this liquidity at this top there. There is a couple of fair value gap line above. Oh man, this motherfucker left me behind. US30, just about me jumping on it, left me behind. Damn, just left me behind, bro. Ah, it's already gone. It's already gone. I don't think I will get anything again from that guy. It's already gone. So I'm going to remove my pending order on that guy. He's already gone. It's already gone because my target was something of this nature. I saw it very late though. I saw it very late. I would have wanted to grab, at least if it's taking me all the way here, I can do a 1-to-1. A 1-to-1 will keep me around there. Alright, but largely the best bet would have been a 2-to-1, which would of course keep us somewhere at that top there. So for me, pending order, we are removing it. BTC, nothing much. New Zealand, nothing much is going on there. UX 500 on the other hand, I like to see what's going to happen. USD, Unless for me, man, this Friday trade, I don't think I want to enter another trade on this Friday, but let's see. Let's take a small chill pill and see what a Guan wants. This was the US 30 trade that I would have jumped on. But let's see if there is going to be a pullback in it, then I'll maybe I might take it. If there's going to be a pullback in it like that, I might still jump on it. But looking at what S&P 500 is doing, on the other hand, I might be wary. I might be careful with what I'm seeing here. Ah, man. Well, nothing exciting is happening now. I need the final verdict on this, guys. What's the final verdict? What's the final verdict on this? What should be the final verdict on this? Man, I missed an important move here on UX30, man. Like, ah, I saw it so late, bro. So late. Like, immediately I saw it, I'm like, bro, man. And it's quite simple. It's quite simple. All right, and this is the verdict, or rather, this was the what I saw. Q2 of the day, squeezed, manipulated out of it. Q1 of the Q3 of the day, squeezed a little bit. It's a very tiny manipulation at that bottom. If you pay attention to that guy, immediately I saw this guy here. That's when I knew that immediately price started taking out this top. You can see, what do I have there? The first breakout, then the confirmation come in. The first breakout, the confirmation. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. Then up. Then that's the fill up there. Fill up there. Very nice. We have an alert above there, but we are no longer we are not in this trade. But we missed out on that. When I saw the setup, it was a bit late. Before I could make the move, market have started moving. But I'm quite optimistic about what's going on here, most especially on this BTC. Let's even see when this Q2 will complete. Let me time myself. That's 14:00. We still have a lot of time. Still have a lot of time. So I'll log off and come back in like 31 hour time, so that we can do this together. I would have wanted to spend much time here, but it seems like I'm the only one even in the live streaming. So, but I'm just doing this for record purpose, because I do go over my videos and watch my performance, and try to get better by learning from stuff that I'm already doing. US 30, I missed this guy. It's a very sad one. But there are a couple of other market pairs that are actually not looking very bad. They are looking quite promising. All right, they are looking quite promising. At least I know my eye is very on this BTC. If BTC can give me a rangy move here, which it's already doing, then immediately after that manipulate down and come back up, of course I'll be jumping on it like my life depends on it. But so far so good. I'll log off and I'll be back in like 30 minutes time, so we'll complete what we've started for today. Remember, if you're watching this video for the first time, maybe you're watching in the live streaming or after the live streaming, we'll do this every day, so it's very important you follow. Then remember to give us some like and share the video, so that we can reach more audience and grow this community here. All right, with that said, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes time. Don't stay far away from your system, and of course turn on the notification bell, so whenever we join live you will be notified ASAP. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye bye for now.